Oh, really? No, no, no. Yeah, my subscribers are like the worst kind of people. The worst kind of people. Yeah, yeah. The community is garbage. Yeah, absolutely garbage. In Medieval 2 Total War, that game is like the worst game I've ever played. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, Black Ops 3. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited to get my hands on it. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I keep playing Medieval because, you know, the cash is just flowing in. You know, I just got to play a little siege battle. Be like, oh, look at this glorious cab charge. People love it. Yeah, it's so easy. It's easy. Yeah. Oh, you know what they say, though? There's a sucker born every day. Well, hello there, guys. What's up? It's Pixelated Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. And that intro was a joke. I just want to make that clear. You didn't catch me off camera. I was just acting. I swear. I swear. I'm not interested in Black Ops 3. I promise you. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, here we are. The Q&A question for the 20K special. I'm really excited. You guys asked some really great questions. I wrote them on the little flashcards so I can just skim through them really quickly and answer them. But before we get started with the Q&A, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the love and support. I love making these videos, and I swear I'm not interested in Black Ops 3. It is okay if you are, but I'm joking. Please. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with question number 1. Why is your name Pixelated Apollo? Well, that's a great question. It came to me in a dream. There was fog and mist and mystery, and Aphrodite came down from Mount Olympus, and she was like, hey, start a YouTube channel and be Pixelated Apollo. See you later. No, I'm just kidding. Pixelated Apollo is like a mix of two worlds. I love the Greek gods and the lore, and just how human they were in reading about them. It was so interesting. I always had a joke in high school that when someone asked me what my religion was, I would be like, oh, I believe in Zeus. What about you? No, but seriously though, I have so many gods that I love. Like Apollo, he's probably my favorite god. Zeus, Ares. And then my favorite goddess would have to be Athena. I like Artemis. There's a bunch. I also love the monsters in the lore. It's really awesome. So that's why my name's Apollo, and the whole pixelated thing. I was big into web design and gaming, and of course there's pixels on a screen, so it just kind of popped into my head, and I was like, Pixelated Apollo, there we go. And you would think that I would play like Rome games, because in the Roman times the religion was existing, but nope, I play Medieval 2. That's how it goes. All right, so let's move on to question number 2. What is your favorite historical battle, siege, or war? Well, honestly, I don't really have a favorite, but there's a couple of events that I really like in history. Siege-wise, I love learning about the siege battles of Constantinople during the medieval time periods. It was just the gate of the Eastern and Western world. Such a rich city, and so many people wanted to take it out. So it was really fun to learn about how the Byzantine Empire was able to hold for so long. So whenever it comes to siege battles, I love learning about Constantinople. Other wars that I like learning about, the 100 Years' War. I think that's a fascinating war. Whenever I think of the medieval time period, I always think of the 100 Years' War because it was such an interesting time, especially with Joan of Arc showing up at the end. A very intriguing character. It's kind of like a mascot for the French army. It gave them morale, and they turned the war around. So I love learning about that. I also love about learning about the Punic Wars, where I think the Punic Wars really shaped Rome. It really just it was the fire under Rome that really shaped them to be this great, eventually, empire. So I really love learning about the Punic Wars, and hopefully that answers your question. There's a lot more, but I don't want this to be too long. But those are the main wars and siege battles I like to learn about. Do you think CA will make Medieval 3 after Warhammer, as many rumors tell? What would you like to see in Medieval 3? Okay, well, it's tough to say. Honestly, I remember them saying that they weren't going to make a 3 of a game, so I don't know if they are going to make Medieval 3, but it would be awesome. And let's just say that they are. What would I like to see in Medieval 3? I would love to see it way more, like, I want to see the campaign map way more in depth and complex, and you got family trees, and you've got governors that you have to watch over, and people trying to riot, and you got to worry about the Pope and the Crusade, which you kind of do in Medieval too. But I wish it's a little bit more complex. Like it takes like 6 months to master the campaign mode or something. Also, I really want to see more diversity in the eastern side of things, like the Middle East and stuff. Seeing more units, because I feel like in Medieval 2 the eastern factions are really lacking in unit diversity, and they're not very dynamic. So I would love to see that. Also, I would love to see really cool naval battles. I think that would be fantastic. And I mean, I could go on for like ever talking about what I would like to see in Medieval 3. And of course, amazing siege battles. Just seeing monster trebuchet knocking down the walls, troops falling over the place, because we'll have better technology, we'll be able to have better graphics, and hopefully better gameplay. So that's just some things I would like to see, but there's a lot more that I could bring up, but we must move on. All right, next question. If you could be a Jedi or Sith Lord, which would you pick? Come on, man. That's obvious. I'd be a Jedi. I fight for the good. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I really enjoy Star Wars. Not so much the new ones, but the older ones. I think we can all agree on that. But I think it's really cool that the Jedi are inspired by like Buddhist teachings. And personally, I try to make my life inspired by the Buddhist teachings. So I have this connection to Jedi. And what kid doesn't want to be a Jedi growing up? I mean, come on. Come on. All right, so next question here. If you could teleport to Middle-earth but had to stay there for the rest of your life, would you? No. Would I go to a fantasy world for the rest of my life? No. Only because I have loved ones and I have family and I like this world. It's a good world. I'm not going to leave it. I'm not going to ditch this world to go to Middle-earth. If I could go there for a day, that would be cool, see like certain sites, and I would need like modern weapons, have a gun with me in case an orc comes out of nowhere and just be like, "Pah, you're dead, see you later, fool." But yeah, we would visit, and I would bring friends. If I could bring friends, that'd be fun too, because I don't know if I could travel Middle-earth by myself. That'd be kind of scary. But going to see Hornburg and all the cool settlements and seeing the battles and seeing people be like, "What kind of clothing is that? Like, you're weird. Who are you?" That'd be fun. That's such a nerd answer. But let's go ahead and move on to the next question. How much time do you have for playing video games without recording? So how much time do I have to play video games when I'm not recording? Not much. Honestly, I am constantly recording. I'm working on the podcast. I'm working on the website. I'm usually working on something, and yeah, I don't get a lot of time. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get a lot of time a lot of free time to play games. But the cool thing is I'm going to start streaming, and that way I can make a video, stream it, play games. So it's like knocking out two birds with one stone. That's the metaphor I'm going for. But yeah, I would say about an hour every day, maybe, give or take, depending on how busy I am. And most of the time it's late at night, and I stay up super late because I'm like, you know what? I'm playing video games. I want to play. Let's do this. All right, so next question. Do you like any of the Age of Empire games? If so, would you consider playing them on your channel? Yeah, absolutely. I love the Age of Empire games. In fact, that was like my first strategy game. I think it was Age of Mythology. I would get on my mom's computer and play that. I think that really sparked my excitement about ancient mythology. So yeah, that was like my first strategy game. And I do play Age of Empires 2 because, it's medieval. I like it. It's a classic. It's still got a huge fan base, and it's very popular. You can get on. They made the HD edition, and there's a lot of people who play it. I play that. Most of the time when I play against my girlfriend, and that's pretty fun. I've thought about recording a match between me and my girlfriend, like doing the highlights. Would you guys like to see that? I think that'd be pretty cool. Just let me know. But yeah, I do enjoy Age of Empires, and I have thought about putting it on my channel. I'm just terrible. I'm like bad. Like a decent player, like an average player would destroy me. Yeah, that's how bad I am. So next question. What was your job outside of YouTube? Well, I used to be a freelance web designer. I started when I was about 18, about the end of my high school career, if you want to call it that. About a year later, I started doing YouTube. I had like 10 subscribers, 1 or 2 videos a week. I was mostly focusing on web design because I wanted that to take me somewhere. I wanted a career in that career path. But eventually I got a internship, and it was a terrible experience. It was awful. Pretty much this guy lied to me, saying that he had this established company and he wanted me to help out a little bit, and if I proved myself, he would hire me full time. And pretty much I started his business. I did like $10,000 worth of work, and he paid me like $200. Yeah, it was pretty criminal. I ended up just quitting, and now I'm just doing YouTube full time. That's right, guys, full time YouTube. I'm really excited about it, guys. It's been a blast, and yeah, I might go back into the programming world, but I'm kind of taking a break from it and just seeing where YouTube will go. So next question, do you have a girlfriend or brother, sisters? Well, I have a girlfriend. I've been dating her for almost 4 years. I got to do something special for the 4-year anniversary. But yeah, I love her to death. She's a wonderful woman. And I have one brother who also started learning web design at the same time that I did, and he got a job. So congratulations to my brother, even though he's not going to watch this. But yeah, my brother's he's an older brother. He's 6 years older than me. He's a cool dude, and I'm happy that he's my brother. So next question here: what games do you play other than Total War? Well, honestly, I don't really get a chance to play other games other than Total War. I do play a game, and I haven't played it in a while, but usually I play a game called Smite. It's a MOBA by Hi-Rez, which is a company right down the street from me. Their company's in Atlanta. They make a wonderful MOBA, and I'm sure that if you're a MOBA fan, you've heard of Smite. Very cool game because it's got like mythology. You can play ancient Egyptian gods. You can play as Greek gods, Roman gods, and it's a MOBA, so it's arena, and you know, classic MOBA. You fight other players. It's a 5v5 or whatever. Other games that I play. Age of Empires, of course, and geez, really, that's really about it, I think. So, I'm just a Total War nerd. All right, so next question: Janissary archers or Ottoman infantry? Ottoman infantry. Next question: what is your favorite battle and commander, and why? Well, honestly, I don't have a favorite. I'm not the kind of person who can pick favorites. I do have multiple favorites. Some of my favorite battles, Battle of Hastings. I really enjoy Battle of Hastings. Not because it was like this massive epic battle. It's just the history behind it. You know, you've got William the Conqueror. He's claiming the throne, and then you've got King Harold who claims the throne. It was a battle. It was a Game of Thrones. We've got Anglo-Saxon England, the old world being destroyed, and a new world being created. So it was a really cool battle, and it was so close. Like if King Harold's men if they didn't just get crazy and started chasing down. They just needed to hold their ground, and it haunts me today. It really does. Anyways, favorite commanders: I like Alexander the Great. Who doesn't? I like Caesar. I like Hannibal. I like let's see, what are Napoleon? What I mean, there's a bunch. I honestly I just can't pick a favorite. I like so many. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Anyways, next question. Since you seem to like strategy games, do you play any strategy board games like chess, Go, or shogi? I think is how you pronounce it. Anyways, I do play a lot of chess. Well, I don't play a lot of chess, but I do play chess against my girlfriend's brother. We play occasionally. He's pretty good at it. He usually beats me all the time, but I do enjoy chess. What else do I like? I like Risk. Risk is one of my favorite board games. I think it's because when I was a little kid, I'd play against my dad all the time. And my dad was in the Navy, and they would always play Risk together. So my dad always enjoyed Risk and kind of, you know, brainwashed me into liking Risk, I guess you could say. But I do play Risk with my friends and stuff. And my girlfriend's into Risk too, which is pretty cool. She's not very good, but, you know, sometimes I let her win. Sometimes I don't. But I would love to get into more hardcore strategy board games like Axis and Allies. In fact, I bought the game, but I have no one to play with. My friends don't really like the hardcore strategy games. So I've been looking for some clubs. You know, I don't live in the city. I live in the suburbs, so there's not a lot of people. You know, it's in the city you could just group up and find people who like clubs to play board games with and stuff. But unfortunately, yeah, there's nothing near me. So, forever alone. What is your favorite historical siege battle and why? Here's another favorite question. Again, I don't have a favorite, but one of my favorite siege battles that I like to learn about is the Siege of Constantinople, the Crusader one. I think it was like in 1204, 1203, something like that. Very awesome. Very cool to learn about. Very bizarre time in history. Christians killing Christians. Catholics killing Orthodox, I guess you could say. But it is weird that there was a crusade called, and I just love learning about why it happened and the battle, and it was pretty interesting. So moving on to the next question. Do you have any merchandise? I would love to rep the PA squad with a t-shirt or hoodie or something. I don't have any merchandise. I don't have any t-shirts or hoodies or anything, but I thought about it. Would you guys be interested in t-shirts? I just figured that you guys wouldn't be interested in t-shirts. Would you wear a cool... if I designed a t-shirt, I would make it cool. Like simple, but like awesome. Like maybe like a nice material t-shirt that's blue. It's got the PA symbol. Maybe put a quote on it or something. I don't know. If you guys would be interested in merchandise, just let me know. If I get a lot of people leaving comments or people liking a comment saying that you should make t-shirts, I'll be down for it. So just let me know. What is your favorite film? Well, there's another favorite question. I don't have a favorite film, but there's a couple that I really enjoy. Honestly, there's a bunch. I really love the Lord of the Rings films. Not so much The Hobbit. It just didn't. Yeah, The Hobbit didn't really do it for me. But I'm a huge Pixar fan. I enjoy pretty much all the Pixar films except for Cars. Yeah. My favorite Pixar film, I guess I could say I have a favorite Pixar film, and that's Monsters, Inc. I love that movie. My second favorite would have to be Toy Story. Other films, like war films, I like Braveheart. I know a lot of people don't really like it, but I think I saw it as a kid, which maybe I shouldn't have watched it as a kid because it's pretty gory. But anyways, I really like that. And let's see, what else? There's so many. I like Little Miss Sunshine. Very funny film, very awesome film, very deep film in a way. I think it was an independent film. But those are some of my favorite. I could go on listing a bunch of films. By the way, if you haven't seen the latest Pixar film, Inside Out, watch it. It's a fantastic film. It is wonderful. And the final question here, guys. The final question. Actually, no, we have one more after this. What are your plans for the future as a YouTuber? That's a really good question. What are my plans for the future as a YouTuber? Well, of course, I want to continue to grow. I want to continue to entertain you guys. I was thinking about starting a Siege Academy where I start a series of videos teaching maybe beginners or even advanced players some Siege tactics and just anything relating to Siege battles. Let me know what you guys think of that. Would that be something that you would like to watch? Because I would love to make that. Just having like teaching the siege mindset and siege tactics on defending or building a cool army comp for siege battles. I think that'd be fun. Other things that I would like to do, I want to do more siege stuff. I want to get more siege battles in there, less let's plays, more online battles. And I'm really excited for Warhammer. I also want to try out other strategy games, maybe play a couple other strategy games. And I was thinking about doing another series similar to Siege Academy that's going to be like new players send in their battle replays and I kind of look over the battle replay and give them advice. It's not so much, oh, let's sit back and watch a cinematic battle. It's more like, oh, let's sit back and learn something new from the siege battle. So let me know what you guys think on the future siege content that's going to come out here. And the final question is, what are some of your hobbies? Okay, well, I do a lot of things. I like to draw. I like to play guitar. I do play guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was like 13. I've been in a couple bands that didn't really go so smoothly. But one of my favorite hobbies is actually collecting flags and historical symbols. I actually brought over here some of my favorite flags. Now these aren't like anything fancy or anything. These are just cheap polyester flags. But I like to pick up flags that are really interesting or really cool, or maybe it's not so much I like their history, but I think their flag is really cool, or maybe I do like their history. But here's one of my favorite flags, the Welsh flag. They have a dragon. They have a dragon, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Look at most modern flags today, and it's like bars with colors. Yeah, it's a bit sad, but yeah. Oh, sorry. I love the dragon. I love the Welsh flag. Very, very awesome. In fact, I have most of like Britannia flags. Another favorite flag I got over here is Bavaria. My German brothers. This is a beautiful flag. Look at this. Look at this. That is a beautiful flag. I'm such a nerd. Fun with flags over here. I think that's a really cool flag. And also, I wanted to show you this. This isn't so much a flag, but this is from the Iraqi war. Let me just go ahead and show you guys. It's really cool. My dad actually got this from for me. He got it from a Marine who served in the army for 20 years. Now this is a Turkish rug right here. You can tell it says made in Turkey. Very nice rug, but I think someone added the patches in Iraq, obviously. So we've got the two flags here on the rug, which is cool. And then in the center there's a badge here, and it says God will judge our enemies, will arrange the meeting. So that's pretty cool. And it says Iraqi freedom, which is, or it's called, the badge that says Operation Iraqi Freedom. So let me just go ahead and get a zoom in here. So very cool, very cool. I thought this is one of my like favorite things here. I think that's so awesome. Say what you want to say about the war. I like collecting historical stuff, and yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. That is my Q&A. I've been going on for quite some time. We are out of time. I'll be sure. Remember, guys, I am streaming today. I don't know when I'm releasing this video, but I am streaming today, so look out for that. Follow my Twitter. I'll be leaving out, little announcements. We are playing Mountain Blade, and I'm gonna be on TeamSpeak. Be sure to join the TeamSpeak. The link, or yeah, the little server address is in the description. Just copy, paste it in. You should be good to go. So I'm really excited about that. Be sure to be on if you want to play. And also be sure to check out my podcast on Total War Tavern. We make a episode every Friday where it's me, Legend of Total War, Biscuits Total War, and a special guest, usually. So be sure to check out TotalWarTavern.com. And that's it, guys. Yay!